Hello. Overcoming objections is difficult when you've spent 2 hours on the phone before. All that and more in today's video, and for those of you who do not know me, my name is Duncan Alderdice, and the reason I'm making these videos is to document the journey I take as I become who I am by making small improvements to my life every single day as a sales executive that wants to start a business. That feels like too much intro. I need to work that through, but I want to target that market. Maybe I need to figure out how to say that faster. Anyways, so I'm fucking exhausted after today. How many dials on the day? 26 dials on the day, only 0 book demos, but 3 demos held and 2 follow-ups held. I've been on the phone officially for 3.5 hours. I was on a video call for I think closer to an hour. I'm tired, and what's interesting is like I had good calls, people that potential to close on Monday. I tried to close, but couldn't. I also have stuff that's booked for tomorrow morning. It's the weekend that will close. What's interesting is like after an hour call, then going into another demo, having the same call, and the call go well. When he gets to the end, and then the guy's going like, I want to think about it. When you don't have the energy there, like it's a lot harder to desire to like push past. Like you kind of want to go like, yeah, okay, let's move to the next. I did ask on like, what are you trying to think through? So there was something, but like I didn't handle it as effectively. But one thing that I'm noticing is I'm getting better at the demo, at the process, having a good conversation. And it is not, I can say that like the demo that I think that will close, well, there's 3 demos that I held. One that has a high likelihood of closing, video call follow-up on Monday next week. He wants to move forward. Another one that could go either way. Seems like there's just like a bit of cost factor associated with it. That was the one that had objections that I didn't overcome. And then the third one that I just put into close lost because they were at the beginning of the search. They thought we were a different service. I just wasn't convinced that they were making to make a decision anytime soon or at all. And so it's like, well, if I can dedicate my time in following up to these 3 people, the first 2, if they don't pick up on that follow-up, worth following up with, like chasing. This person, I feel like I'm just going to spend time chasing to get an answer that is a no, because they weren't really looking for the right thing. But what I can say is in each conversation, I went through the process effectively. So I'm not missing on opportunity as a consequence of not doing having the effective conversation effectively. And one person, the guy who I believe will close, said going like, he thought there was something else, but like is going to move forward, or likely because he called me polished. He was like, "You seem nice and polished. That's good." So I was like, "Hey, I fucking figured shit out. I'm doing a good job. I'm tired. I'm like really exhausted." So that's where my head's at. But it's interesting just to go like, so there is an amount of break that you need in a day. You can't just be on sales calls the entire day. Tomorrow should have deals closed, so we shall see. Again, I've had plenty of time. Oh, and I closed a deal. I fucking forgot about that. So that one happened. So that's cool. A fun fact about ashwagandha is the fact that the way that it, like the mechanism through which it helps increase your stress resistance is twofold. Number one, it induces a state of sleepiness or whatever by activating GABA receptors in your central nervous system, which both on a cognitive and motor front, meaning parts of your brain are inhibited, or less parts of your brain have less activity related to like being alert and motor movements. So like it makes you sleepier, and then it also opens parts of your brain that are associated with memory. So it makes you remember better, which is kind of similar to what happens when you're sleeping. So on that front, but then secondly is it makes your thyroid, which helps regulate your endocrinal system. So a bunch of like hormones in you. It makes that more effective. And so what that does is helps make your blood sugar levels better, your testosterone like and hormonal levels better, specifically, as well as stress. So it's not so much you take ashwagandha and then bang, your spells just don't fucking take it anymore. or something like that, or like it fights it off or destroys it, something like that. It's more like the system that helps regulate everything does a better job regulating everything because there's more T3 and T4 factor, which is the scientific word for something that makes your thyroid better. Like it's like, I don't know, like they're protein bars for your thyroid. And then when this thing does better at regulating, then the rest of your body parts can do their jobs better, and then as a consequence, you're more it's stress resistant, which has stress has a big negative impact. Like your body just doesn't think it's fucking dying or potential it has died, so it's just got to keep doing shit. So that's cool. Learned that yesterday talking with Avika, who is a stem cell researcher, I think, also a student, and a good long-term friend, as well as. I think I'm not going to focus on Hinge for now, seeing as the most recent episode in that resulted in me engaging in a cryptocurrency scam. But gotta build up skills, focus on business, just because it did take a lot of time each day to like send out messages and everything. So I just kind of want to go like, you know what, we're gonna do it in bursts. We tried it, got scammed out a bunch of money. That's all right. We're gonna just move on to the future. But I'm tired. One thing I don't like is I'm back at the feeling of looking at the grocery store and going like, fuck, I wish I like doing money math in my head. And I want to be back in the position where it's like, okay, I have like enough saved up that I can spend without thinking to the same degree. And I don't spend very much money like just on random shit. So it's just like going, like, yes, I can get crackers and hummus and not feel like, is this going to feed me? Is this a waste of money? Is the maximum? Should I just be getting noodles and everything like that? So those sort of purchasing decisions I want to be able to make again without thought. However, Clementine Club, thanks for sticking around as always, and remember to believe in yourself because you're more capable of doing great things than you give yourself credit. I'll talk to you later.